All right, we got some news story. While Rudy looks up, you got one, Sean, or
I got one.
do you want to start, Rudy? You got it. Who wants to start?
Since I got it up, I'll go ahead and chat about this.
He got it up. Hey, congratulations, Rudy got
That's
it
right,
up.
Man.
Yeah.
It's those dolphin pills. I'll tell
Those
you
dolphin
this.
pills.
Did you guys see that Marge Simpson? They killed her off in an episode of The Simpsons, the season 36 finale.
Wait, which one is Marge?
The wife.
Oh,
that'd be pretty
Homer's
macabre if they killed the baby. That would be weird.
if they kill Bart?
Maggie?
No, Maggie.
Dude, I don't watch that, man. Obviously, Marge is the one. I don't like that. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. Did the real person that voiced her die?
No, so this is what I found to be so funny is the article that I had read said fans are so upset that they killed off Marge Simpson. Turns out it wasn't really them killing her off. What they did was they took Marge Simpson and they put her like in a future timeline where like the kids are adults, you know, Bart and Homer's in a like an old folks home where grandpa is. And Marge is now speaking from heaven. And people were like, oh, my God, how could you do that? And I was like, well, first off, they were saying fans were outraged. I was like, first off, there hasn't been a fan of The Simpsons in 15 years, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, the other thing that kind of made me upset about it was, for whatever reason, the second that somebody from, like, our childhood now, like, you know, they're like, oh my, nothing is allowed to change. Like, I was like, first off, people should die. Like, that is part of the circle of life. And just because it's somebody, I don't know why that they made a big deal out of it, but people were saying it was like showing a negative connotation to the people that were watching it, especially the kids, because it shows more mortality. Well, that's life, man. Like, that's what this is. And the fact, like, of all the people that you could have like, wasn't it This Is Us? Did you ever watch This Is Us?
I love
such a good show.
Every kid should have to watch that show and just go, oh, this is really
never
what
get a
life is.
dog. That's what I learned in that
dude,
show. Never get a dog. If you're a man, never run back in your house for a dog. That is so idiotic to me.
Yeah.
Like, why would you like risk your life, lose your family because of a dog?
Also, that family
A
was
dog is an animal.
very middle class. They couldn't afford their own crock pot. They had to take a yard sale crock pot that was all
Start the fire.
They were not
Start the
middle
fire.
class. I mean, that it looked middle class, but the guy didn't make a lot of money. I don't know how they lived in that house, to be honest.
That's a
with you.
pretty decent sized house.
was a nice
right? I know.
house.
Like that's when you find out like the Home Alone house was like $5.5 million. And you're like, that guy had like 7 kids. They went to France and he paid for everything.
Yeah,
Like,
it's rich.
What job does that guy have?
Yeah. None.
Yeah, none. Yeah. I don't know. I was having a thought about it on the way back from Los Angeles this morning about The Simpsons. And man, I don't know if there's anything else in my life that I loved so much as a child. And it's just, it just continues to go to this day. And I have zero interest in it. Like all the sports teams that I grew up loving, you know, most of them I did move on from Minnesota, but the same sports I still love. Like all of that stuff. I don't know anything else that's been going on this long where I am so disinterested in it.
The only thing I can compare it to, and it's not a show, it's more like video games. I was so into video games growing up. Like,
yeah, that's a good one.
Super big into video games. Like, would play them all day, and now my son has tons of. I don't even want to play it.
No.
I don't know. Maybe because we got lives. I mean, we like. I have to provide for a family. I have to travel, but like,
it's responsibilities. Bro.
Off the record. I got 3 Nintendo Switch 2s on accident, and I got to return 2 of them. But I was like, maybe I should keep one and try to get into this.
So when I hit the road, I used to bring my Nintendo Switch and we'll plug in and we'll just spend like 1 hour just to relax. And
I was gonna play it on a plane.
Oh, that too. Yeah, that too.
Yeah, dude.
But then I'm like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
Like, to me, when I see old people like me play video games, I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah. Candy Crush, like this is just for dumb
I
people.
don't
Like,
do
why
that.
are
No,
we
but
playing
like,
this?
even a Switch, I'm like, you're grown. What are you doing? But now I see, but my generation, we kind of started the video games.
Yeah.
So if we play it, I think it's acceptable now. Maybe I shouldn't judge those people. But the only reason I would keep it, a Nintendo 2, or take my son's back, or I would give my son the Nintendo 2 and give me the normal Switch, is I don't know. Can you play each other? It would be how I could stay connected to him. We could talk. And,
I have no idea.
Yeah, you could. You could do a whole online thing.
See, I don't want to get them online because that's where the weirdos are, though, man.
Yeah, that's the only way you could connect.
Yeah, man. These weirdos try to talk to your kids and meet them outside your house and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They'd be like, "Daddy, put them on the list." I'll be like, "No."
Just got dolphin pills, Dad. It's
You got
okay.
dolphin pill. His name is Dolphin.
You're not too far off from a guy naming his child Dolphin.
Oh man,
for
we're
sure.
there. We're there. Okay,
We
what's
are
your next
certainly
story,
there.
Rudy?
Did you guys see this about Scott Wolf? Remember Scott Wolf?
No.
Okay, so I brought it up earlier. Party of Five. Remember Scott
okay.
Wolf? It was
Yeah.
top of
Oh
mind.
yeah. I know
All
Scott
right.
Wolf.
I read this story. This is an insane story. So Scott Wolf, he had a request for a restraining order against his estranged wife, Kelly. It was granted to him, and now they've granted him full custody of the kids. Wife is not allowed to go anywhere near the children.
Whoa.
This is in the state of Utah. This just happened. I'm not sure
that's a
exactly.
trip.
They're not getting into. This is what the judge had to say. They filed for the restraining order on Wednesday afternoon. So that would have been, so 2 days ago. The judge noting in his decision that Kelly has engaged in an escalating pattern of behavior that poses a substantial threat or immediate or irreparable harm to the couple's kids. They never state what it is, but it's got to be drugs, right? That's usually
Allegedly, I mean, we can't say that. 'Cause
no,
we don't-
but that's why I'm saying, like, it's got to be something that is,
some substance,
there's something going on there
Yeah.
that is.
I mean, normally when they don't say what it is,
that's
you know,
usually, Yep.
like when they say someone died out of nowhere, we don't know what, off top, it's like, oh, they suicide.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they
Yeah.
don't come out with suicide. It'll take a couple days for a suicide to come out. Well,
Yeah.
TMZ is on everything so fast, but I would think so. I had a person, one of my friends went through that. Their significant other got so wrapped up into drugs, and I'm not saying this lady got it because we don't know.
You're right. Yeah.
What I'm saying is, I've had friends that marry people and then they get addicted to something.
Mm-hmm.
It could be sex, it could be drugs, it could be
Gambling, whatever.
gambling,
Yeah.
games, whatever, right? And they weren't like that when they met, or they hit it really well, and then they can't even let them around the kids
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
You ever
And that's
see
sad.
That is sad.
When a Man Loves a Woman? Not Jerry Garcia. What's his name? Meg Ryan and the guy who played. He was in Ocean's 11. He played Terry Benedict. What's that guy's name? Garcia.
I forgot his
Andy
name.
Garcia.
Andy
Oh,
Garcia.
Andy.
Yeah, you ever see that movie?
No.
Oh, great movie. It's about, him and his wife. They've been together for years. Like they were like high school sweethearts or something. They have kids. Their kids are in like their formative sort of like tween years into their early teenage years. She becomes a raging alcoholic, like cannot keep her life together. And
Yeah.
he stands by her the entire time. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I've had a girlfriend wear like shoulder pads under her shirt, and I'm like, we're done. I'm
Oh
like,
yeah, that shoulder pad thing was a movement.
I
at one
ain't
time.
sticking it out with this one. I'm sorry, girl.
Yeah,
There's
that
no
shoulder
way.
pad thing. Yeah, that was a fun time.
Wasn't
was
it though,
You
dude?
suiting it up? You suiting
Yeah.
up to play football? What's going on here?
Yeah, my mom had she had like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shredder helmet hair, and then the shoulder pads, dude. I was like, you look like Brian Urlacher. Like,
You know, that's so funny that was in.
I know. It's a
Like
weird thing.
women wore shoulder. I bet you it comes back. I bet you. It
at
comes
some
back.
point, yeah.
I bet you it comes
That's
back.
when equality was a big thing. They're trying to push that, so they had to like.
Was
dress
it? That's the reason why they did.
No, I'm
it?
just
No, I'm
making that
about to
up.
say.
No, yeah,
Broad shoulders
no.
means equality.
You should have seen my family when they came to America during that time. They were wearing shoulder pads under saris and shit. No, I'm just-
That would be funny. Could we chat GPT? No, we're probably gonna troll. Is that you got any more? Or
No,
is that
go
Sean?
for it. Yeah,
Sean, what do
please,
you got,
yeah.
bro?
Let's see here, man. I went through my little feed here. One of my favorite stories that popped up recently is that in the UK they had to separate 5 parrots in the zoo because they kept cussing and encouraging each other to keep cussing at the people that were coming to their exhibits. So you will go to an exhibit where these parrots are, and they will just cuss you out.
Wow.
Yeah.
What? Fix your teeth. What?
I figured with the UK, I was like, that's kind of suitable.
But but also, man, that's from the trainers.
yeah.
They but I mean, do normal people yell out
Oh yeah.
at parrots in a zoo? That'd be kind of weird,
Oh,
right?
it'd be worth the.
I think so.
It'd be worth the annual pass alone just to go there every day and try to teach those parrots swear words. Who needs video games? I don't need a Nintendo Switch. I want to see if I can make this happen now.
I would. That is something Rudy would do.
Oh, that is, yeah.
I
It's
think
like, where
kinda
you at the gym? Nah, I'm with the parrots, man.
Yep.
Trying to make them drop some F-bombs.
Right, Ford F-150. Right.
Oh, look at this. This just came in. I was talking about dolphins.
Mm.
Dolphins call each other by name. Listen to this. They have unique whistles. So technically, dolphins invented I don't want to say that.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Whistleblowing?
like a booty call.
Yeah.
Somebody tried to make a joke. It was not a funny joke. So I just said, dolphins have different whistles for different dolphins.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a name, which is cool.
Yeah.
See how smart? Fatty 15.
But
yeah.
dolphins
15.
also have aggressive behavior as well too. So
Dolphins,
you gotta look out for that.
But so do humans.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a episode, speaking of coming full circle, there's an episode of The Simpsons where there's a rise of the dolphins, and the dolphins come out of the sea and take over humanity.
Oh, I believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
they're smart.
Man, The Simpsons. First off, they said Trump was going to be president, and then they've been calling so many things for the last 15, 20 years. What if the dolphins rise up? Blame Michael Yo and his pills.
No, they'll be mad. That's why they rise up. They'll be like, stop messing with us, man. You're taking all of us out for this pill.
Yeah, stop harvesting us.
No, I don't think they take it for. I don't know. I can't wait to interview this lady about it though to find out. Also, just something to riff on here. Worst emotional support animal. If you could pick the worst emotional support animal, what would it be?
In my opinion, I really think a cat is, because they're so independent. They don't care about your feelings.
I tell people that have cats that all the time, and they try to argue with you, saying my cat cares. Cats
No,
don't care.
cats
They will
don't
eat
care.
your face.
Yeah.
When you die, they eat your face.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of cats, but I kind of appreciate people that have a cat a little bit because
Why?
What?
because they don't need the emotional support of the dog. To me, the dog is the worst emotional support animal.
No,
No.
dogs are awesome, bro.
Bro, dogs are so happy.
Do you know how
to see
do you know how emotionally broken you have to have a dog with you 24/7?
No.
On a
I'm
plane,
not
on
talking
a-
about 24/7. I'm talking about just at your house.
Yeah.
Well, then, obviously a dog would be. That's the best. But are you talking about like? Are you talking about people who like?
Oh, you're
travel
talking
and
about
wa-
people that travel. Oh, yeah. Emotional support.
Emotional
like-
support. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I feel bad for the dog. Like when these people have their dogs out in Vegas,
Yeah.
I'm like, you think your dog wants to be with you because
No.
you're lonely?
Yeah.
Your dog wants to be at home in the air condition right now. Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
I don't feel sorry for the dog. I feel sorry for the person. Like, how
Yeah.
broken are you on the inside that you need an animal?
No, I feel sorry for
constantly
the dog that this person's so lonely.
Oh,
They got to
yeah.
bring the dog. I told my wife, if we ever get a dog, we're not bringing it to a restaurant.
No.
Never.
I hate being the other person that doesn't have the dog, and then you got to act nice to the dog.
Right.
And I love dogs, but like their dog could do something, you be like, oh, you got to play the part. Everybody plays it. Oh, because you look like an ass if you just like the dog tries to mess, and you're like, ugh, I don't want to be that guy.
I think, man, for me, like I had so many little pets growing up because my parents went through divorce, so they just threw animals at me. I feel like as a human, if you're just
Is that the culture? They just throw random animals at you?
Yeah, I
We
would.
broke up.
Here, make a friend. But that's the thing, though. I feel like, how broken are you that you can't even make friends with humans? You got to go outside of the human world to go and associate yourself with animals. You know what I'm saying? Like, let them be free, bro. Like, let them, roam the earth or whatever.
I don't mind so much the person who does have the emotional support need. Like maybe, they talk about people who have animals that can sense when a seizure is coming on.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent. I'm glad that we have animals that can do that.
But you have to like train the animal.
Yeah,
for that,
I don't need the lady who just brings her pug onto a Southwest flight.
that's
Get out of
oh,
here with that
no.
nonsense. Knock it off. I'm not, your dog shouldn't be in here. Keep it at home or
Okay,
drive.
so what if they're traveling? Like,
Drive.
what if they're traveling to go home with the dog?
Drive.
Yeah.
It's not. It was one thing back in like the 70s when there was no seatbelts and cars went 50 miles an hour. Now everything is like super safety rated. Cars go 80. There's a gas station once every 3.5 miles. Like, why is it that hard to drive?
What if you just bought a dog from a breeder and you want to bring it to your family?
Drive. What's wrong with driving? You can rent. You can go to Avis. You can get a car for like
What
$22 a
if
day.
the place is 3,000 miles away?
Drive. What's that? I literally saw a guy. And this is no joke. I saw him in Barstow, California. I stopped and got gas today.
Okay.
Guy had a license plate from West Virginia.
You could have rented that car. You know that, right? Because they
But the
rent
car
cars.
did
True.
come from West Virginia, did it not?
Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean somebody drove it all the way from West Virginia. It could have been a stop and somebody else rented it, drove it.
Right.
Come
Yeah,
on,
but I'm
Rudy.
saying the car got to from West Virginia.
The car
to,
did,
Yeah.
but that doesn't mean a person needs to be.
Well, it could have been the same person. We don't know that.
Oh, we don't know exactly.
You're right.
We don't know that.
But I'm just saying,
Who
if the car
drives
can make,
3, 4, 5 days?
I am literally getting on July 13th. I am literally getting in my vehicle and driving all the way to Wisconsin.
Well, that's you though. You like.
I love to drive.
I
I'm a
hate
driver.
driving,
I
bro.
love it.
I
I
can't.
literally
You
drove.
drove 8 hours to get rejected.
I drove.
mean,
I drove 4 hours today from Los Angeles and never listened to a podcast. Never listened to.
What'd you
music.
do?
I just sat silently and thought.
Oh
I
my
love
God.
it. I love to just sit with my thoughts.
Rudy,
Yo,
open
you're sitting by
road.
a psychopath.
Yeah,
Just watch-
I can't raw dog a flight. I need to be something about sitting with a flight. I need to have something. I need a book. I need video. I can't just sit on an airplane and do nothing.
Yeah.
But a vehicle, no problem. man.
Well, also, but though in the vehicle, you're actually doing things. You're driving and you're
Yeah.
focusing on that. But if on an airplane flight, you're just relying on the pilot just to take you to where you need to go. So I get that.
Yeah.
I totally get that.
Yeah, I love my brain being engaged with the open road, seeing America. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's this ultra athlete motivator, David Goggins. He'll run like
He lives here, doesn't he?
he lives down the street.
Get
I
out.
see him jogging all the time.
Dude.
I'm driving to the gym and he's just passing my car.
Yeah. You got a donut in your mouth.
I
You're
know.
like, "Hey, buddy."
Right.
What? That's wild.
Yeah. So David Goggins, so he doesn't listen to music when he runs. He'll run like 50 miles not listening to music.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, he'll run these ultra marathons he's like music distracts you from the focus.
Mm-hmm.
But
I believe that.
I gotta hear something. I don't know. I'm just
Yeah. To sit on a treadmill and not watch a TV show or something
the
like that.
only time I will be on a treadmill with no sound is if I bring my writing pad. And I'm like going over set ideas and stuff like that. That actually is very like I need to do that more because I get so much done on a treadmill.
Gotcha.
Because you zoom in, the time goes by so fast.
Yeah.
When you zoomed in on something and you're writing, it's kind of good. It's kind of good.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap this one up. Rudy, you gonna be anywhere?
So where are we putting this out? Early next week. I
Monday
will
or
be
Tuesday?
at Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club on the July 11th and 12th with Orny Adams. Then after that, I got a couple of dates in Wisconsin. Check out my Milwaukee, July 18th, 19th, and 20th. I'll be doing Don't Tell shows the 18th and 19th, and then the 20th,
Nice.
the Pabst Theater with Adam Carolla.
Oh, look at that. What about you, Sean?
I'll be honest with you. I don't really remember. I gotta always look at my calendar consistently. But just go on my website, SeanReggie.com. But the most important, if you're in Vegas, July 18, we're hosting Roastomania, a roast battle that we do here in town at Wiseguys at Town Square.
Town Square. That's
Yeah.
such a great club, Wise
So-
Guys. Big shout outs to Keith for bringing Wise Guys to Vegas. I love Keith, man. I'm shooting a dry bar special with Keith.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the August 23rd. So I don't know where it's at, but
Yeah.
it'll be in Utah somewhere. But yeah, it's going to be awesome. And please like, subscribe, do all the stuff. You know, I forgot to always say it. You got to remind me to say that at the beginning. Like, subscribe, give us a thumbs up. What I don't even know. If you're listening on the audio side, 5 stars and leave a comment. 5 stars and leave a comment. We'll see you next time. Later.